A look at the Pistons starting group. Harris and Duren together in the middle. Cunningham is out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. And for the Spurs, Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then there's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Champagnie at the 4. Down the stretch we come in the NBA season, Grant. What are the contenders honed in on?
Well, B.A., the biggest priority is to have everyone healthy. Without a full deck of cards, it's very tough to win a title. And, of course, maintaining positive momentum wouldn't hurt either.
Vassell can't get it to go. Thompson against Vassell. Cunningham on the wing. Pass to Harris. And they double up Harris. Back to Cunningham. For 3, Robinson. The rebound by the Spurs. This is their first game against Detroit this season. Wembanyama finds Fox. Here's Champagnie. To the right side. Outside Wembanyama. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Duren. Wembanyama, no good. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Pass to Duren. Harris down low. Robinson for 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Now here's Fox. He's watched by Cunningham. Wembanyama, screen on Cunningham. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist from Fox.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
Now here's Harris. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Back to Cunningham. And Cunningham throws it down.
Such an energetic play from Cunningham. Going right up for the slam.
The Spurs have gone 1 for 3 so far. Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done.
Robinson on the wing, down low. And that one's good. Thompson.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Back to you, Brian.
Thank you for that, Allie.
And for a guard, Castle loves to take his game in deep and challenge those bigger defenders.
Harris outside. Back to Cunningham. And here's Thompson for 3. Vassell with the rebound. The Spurs have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
To the inside. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here's the break. Three-pointer, Fox. And it's Harris with the rebound. And Harris has got the ball here for the Pistons. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
They really struggled to find their footing throughout the night. But towards the end, they got into a flow and almost won it.
You know, when things aren't going your way, it's tough to stick it out. So I applaud them for hanging in there.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, Wembanyama fights for his bucket, using his size to get it done despite the foul.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Cornette's checked in for Champagnie. Harrison Barnes comes in for Vassell. Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for Castle. And it's Harper in for Fox. Detroit also making some changes. Stewart, he's checked in for Thompson, and Herter's subbed in for Robinson. RJ, San Antonio seen a surge in popularity. Spurs jerseys seem to be everywhere these days.
Yeah, they call that the Wemby effect. When a team has a generational talent like Victor, a lot of new fans come on board.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. It's stolen by Wembanyama. San Antonio moving the ball around. Here's Harper.
Tipped. You see the athleticism of Cunningham, using it there to come up with the swat.
Duran the screen. The three. Here's Harris. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
He'll be around the rim. Defense has always got to know his whereabouts.
Pass to Barnes. And here's Wembanyama. Here's Harper. 5 to shoot. Wembanyama, screen on Cunningham. Harper misses.
Maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I don't think his coaches will agree.
Yeah, and you're not going to just have the green light for long if you're chucking up bombs like that.
Now here's Cunningham. 10 points in his last outing. Harris down low. He's guarded by Barnes. Second chance shot. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Harper. Back to Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. Between his scoring and rebounding, an excellent period. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Spurs.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. They've got Karis LeVert, Isaiah Stewart out there with Holland. Then there's Kevin Herter, and it's Jenkins in at the point.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Olynyk checked in for Cornette. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And the officials will call the illegal screen here. With the playoffs around the corner, let's see how the West is shaping up. Taking a look at San Antonio, with the playoffs fast approaching, they are well positioned at second place in the conference.
Checking out San Antonio, you have to really give it to them. I mean, they are backing up all the preseason hype. They've been outstanding early.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value, those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarksons of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. All right, Chams, thanks for the report. Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Thompson, he's checked in for LeVert. Robinson comes in for Herter. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. And he sinks the second. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Back to you guys.
On the rise. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Here's Fox. Following the score by Detroit. That won't go for him. Now 0 for 2. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Robinson. Cunningham outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Thompson. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Thompson's got his second basket of the night. And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. For San Antonio, Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Olynyk. Vassell comes in for Johnson, and Stephon Castle's subbed in for Harper. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Harris is checked in. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Back to Fox. Over Cunningham. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Fox is just so active on offense, terrific at looking for ways to score.
Barnes against Harris. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Castle outside. Wembanyama, high post. Shoots over Stewart. The shot by Wembanyama, no good.
Usually he's a master in the midi, but not that time.
Pass to Harris. Detroit moving the ball around. Stewart, a screen on Castle. And here's Thompson for 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Fox. He's watched by Cunningham. Fox surveying the D. Now Barnes. Just 4 to shoot. Cashes in the first attempt of the game. And the Spurs lead by 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. For San Antonio, Champagnie, he's checked in for Barnes. And it's Harper in for Fox. Duren, he's checked in for Detroit. Pass to Cunningham. Back to Harris. Duren, the screen. The 3. Harris misses. San Antonio leading by 3. And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all.
And it's Detroit with the ball. After the basket by San Antonio. Back to Cunningham. Nice touch by Cunningham inside.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
Pass to Harper. Here's Champagnie. 55 seconds left in the half. Wembanyama, no good.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Now here's Duren. Harris outside. Shoots. Rebounded by Castle.
He's been held scoreless tonight, really just unable to make any sort of impact.
Pass to Harper, and here's Vassell. Now Wembanyama. He's watched by Cunningham. The fader. And there's Wembanyama. That's good on the assist from Vassell.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
And when we talk about the numbers, the analytics for great shooters like him, pretty much any shot is a good shot.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Spurs. They're up by 5. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
Hey, everybody. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
When I look at San Antonio, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part, the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
All right, getting back to this game now, and the sensational play from Victor Wembanyama.
I mean, he just got into this league, and we're already running out of things to say about him. And what's crazy, Wemby's still just scratching the surface.
Yeah, he's unselfish, but also knows when to take over, and he's taken over.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Pistons trail by 5. Fox at the 1 with Castle at the 2. Then there's Devin Vassell. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie at the power forward position. That's the San Antonio 5. Cunningham on the wing. He's covered by Fox. Offensive board. Duren. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Well, Detroit's shooting 32% for this game. Not what they're hoping for. Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh, my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
The defense comes at Fox hard, but he's ready for it. He knows how to stay agile and nimble inside. While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his balance.
To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. The big man, Wemby for 2.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And how about we check the numbers for Devin Vassell?
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Outside Robinson. Thompson outside. Cunningham left side. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
All right, let's take a look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the teams dominating the offensive glass this season. Fifth on the list, the Pistons.
They're having success because they're sending multiple guys to the offensive glass. Hard to block out everyone.
Thompson outside. Pass to Cunningham. Inside. And the dunk by Duren.
Impressive dime by Cunningham. You know, you can tell he really loves sharing the ball, getting his guys going.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, B.A. Cade Cunningham is leading the way for this Pistons team. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said he shows belief in his teammates, and that's what leadership is. He's with you during the good and the bad. That gives the rest of his team more comfort and confidence. Brian, back to you.
Establishing the mindset. Allie, thanks very much for the report.
Okay, so maybe we know Harris as a shooter, but that doesn't mean he still can't get up.
Pass to Wembanyama. Off target from outside.
Look, when you've made your first 3 shots of the half, I think it's okay for a heat check.
When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, at his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild, but when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up and still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. And he's good on the second.
You've got to admire the all-around capability of Cunningham. Can impact a game in so many ways.
Vassell outside. Wembanyama, screen on Thompson. Vassell passes to Wembanyama. Fox against Cunningham. No good from outside.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Oh, deflected. Stolen by Castle. Vassell with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. Pass to Castle. Up and in on the layup. Castle's gotten his second bucket.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. For San Antonio, Cornette's checked in for Vassell. Johnson comes in for Castle. And it's Harper in for De'Aaron Fox. Stewart, he's checked in for Detroit. Jenkins comes in for Cunningham. Up top, Stewart. No one near him. And the jumper falls for him. Stewart's got 6 points.
Oh, just a beautiful textbook bounce pass. You love to see it.
Pass to Robinson. Thompson outside. Here's Stewart. This one for 3. Outside Robinson. Fires the 3. And it's Cornette with a rebound.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Thompson against Barnes. San Antonio moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Here's Wembanyama. Rebounded by the Pistons. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Pass to Thompson. Robinson for 3. Unable to get that one.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Barnes finds Johnson. Here's Harper. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Back to Cornette. Duren with a steal. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Thompson passes to Robinson. Stewart, a screen on Barnes. To the middle. And finished off by Stewart.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
An important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
Here's Jenkins. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Jenkins has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. San Antonio on top, up by 2. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth, we've got Kevin Huerter, Holland out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Karis LeVert, and it's Cunningham in at the point guard. Harper passes to Cornette. That one's good for 2. And the Spurs lead by 4.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Pass to Stewart. Takes a step back. Here's Huerter. And it's Cornette with a rebound. The Spurs shooting 59% in this one. A good average. Left side, Johnson. Fox right side. 6 to shoot. Always attacking Fox.
He is a rare one who's more comfortable inside. Fox, look, his game is about attacking, getting in close, not necessarily making a ton of threes.
Holland for 3. And Detroit another 3. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. It's a 3-point game. Timeout called. Mitch Johnson. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And the Spurs making a change here. Wembanyama's checked in. Tobias Harris checked in for Detroit. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops. Give effort and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. LeVert goes against Johnson. The shot by LeVert, no good. Spurs lead by 3. Up top, Barnes. Pounded by Harris. Here's Harper. That shot missing.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Cunningham passes to LeVert. And here's Stewart, covered by Wembanyama. Pass to Cunningham. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. From deep, Harper. The rebound by Detroit. Now here's Harris. He's guarded by Barnes. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. So Stewart will go to the free throw line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama. And the Spurs with some changes. Champagny, he's checked in for Barnes. Devin Vassell comes in for Johnson. And Stephon Castle subbed in for Harper. Detroit also making some changes. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Harris. Thompson comes in for LeVert. And it's Robinson in for Huerter. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Pass to Castle. Shoots over Robinson. And the basket by Castle. And the Spurs lead by 2.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Duren pulls it down. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Duren to take the lead. Wembanyama rips down the board. Thompson against Vassell. Now Wembanyama. Fox. Robinson against Castle. Throws it up. Takes a shot. Yes, sir! Sticks the J.
You can tell Castle values the chance to set another guy up. He's not trying to do it all by himself out there.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And the Pistons making a change here. Harris is checked in. Fox against Cunningham. Robinson outside. Cunningham against Fox. 5 on the clock. Cunningham, right side. Oh, K powers it in.
Not afraid of taking big shots. Cunningham rises to the occasion and delivers.
Here's Wembanyama. And stolen by Cunningham. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. Now Duren. Oh, the stuff!
What an injection of energy from Duren. Working hard to find points for his team.
Cunningham against Fox.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1.
What sets Fox apart is how dynamic and explosive he is. He can take off at any moment in any direction.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. For Detroit, they've gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Thompson.
And if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And he ends up missing both free throws. The Spurs have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Now Fox. The putback. Duren pulls it down. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
They can't afford to waste this shot.
Moments like this are what it's all about.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Cashes it in!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
If they've got a surefire quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
Now Thompson. Duren with a screen on Castle. Here's Cunningham. Harris fires. Oh, off target from downtown. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
While doing all he can to give them the edge, pulling their lead out to 3 points.
And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama